Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at a bunch of charts here and I'm going to give my analysis and my thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis as well as hopefully some profitable trade ideas based off of this free analysis video we're about to give you right now. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, give us a visit on the homepage of the website and get to know us a little bit better. If you like these free videos we give to you on a daily basis, it's nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up and join with the premium membership. As soon as you sign up and join with the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily basis. It's a great opportunity for you, and if you want to take your trading up another notch and improve it as a trader and start making winning trades in the market, then this is the great opportunity for you. All right, so let's take a look at these charts here. We're going to start off with Chipotle. And Chipotle, you got to remember here, this is just a crap stock here. Okay, overall, it's not good. All right, so any pops to me are a shorting opportunity. And as you can see, we clearly reacted to this a resistance level up here. I think it's a good resistance to potentially short against, if that's what you're into, against 325. I think most likely it's probably going to retest 300 sometime in the near term before maybe breaking over this. But as it stands right now, you know, this is a pretty bearish chart overall, and you really got to pay attention to that. Kind of the main trend here moving forward. So we've got this main resistance up here, right here. You can see that. It's also the gap fill. Here was that high getting rejected right there. These highs right there. So a lot of resistance there, and you can clearly see it's reacting to this level right here. The next one we're going to take a look at is Priceline. And Priceline, this is one that we called for lower prices. I mean, going back all the way, you know, starting in August of this year, we called for lower prices here. We got a lot of flack for that. But as you can see, I mean, we took a big hit. You know, you got two gap downs on earnings right here in a row. Here's that one, and then here's that other one. So overall, you know, I think that the behavior of this stock is changing. You know, we get a lot of, you know, gap ups right here. Here's a gap up. Here's a gap up. Here's a gap up. And then we started gapping down a little bit. Last time, before we dropped, you know, we gapped down, but then we recovered. And here, we gapped down, but we didn't recover. Here again, we gapped down, and we didn't recover. Obviously, we headed a little bit, you know, higher, but this is nothing. We're still way below this gap here. So, I think that we could be still looking at even lower prices, and if that happens, we've got a really nice support level below us, you know, right around 1320 approximately, you know, 1320 to 1375, and that's based off of a couple of things. You can see this is the volume point of control here on this chart. This is the red line that comes out here and protrudes out of the left side of the screen. That's the volume point of control. And then we also have the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. You can see that 61.8. I'm circling it with my mouse right there. If you draw it from the low right there to the high right there, and that gives you that 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level that lines up perfectly with that support. And I'll take a look at the weekly chart here, and you can just see huge support. It was previous resistance. I mean, we traded sideways for about 2 years straight right here before breaking over that. And then you can see we blasted off huge after breaking over that right about here. But huge resistance. Now that's going to turn into a huge level of support. So definitely want to pay attention to that level if we continue to see a drop on Priceline. The next one we're going to take a look at is EA here, and EA is looking like it wants to fill this gap right around here. at about $96. All right, $96. I think that gap is likely going to fill. Why do I think that? Well, we've got this trend line right here, bounce there, bounce, bounce. Here we are reacting to it there, and then we broke that trend line right here today. Not only did we break the trend line, but we broke this support. You can see how many times it got a bounce off of it right there, and then again we reacted to it here, and then we broke it today. And you can see a lot of volume coming out of this stock as well. So I think this one has lower to go. If we do head lower, we've got lots of support below, starting at $92, $93, and even more so once you get down to about $85. So a lot of levels to be aware of and pay attention to for electronic arts. The next one we're going to take a look at is Tesla. And Tesla here is right at a pretty big support here, right around 305, pretty much right where we closed at. And we closed with a hammer. So if we can get a bounce tomorrow and a close over today's high, then I think we can get a nice bounce on Tesla. It really needs to hold this level. If it closes below about 302, 301, then we're likely going to head down to 280 at least. All right, so we've got a lot of levels to pay attention to here for Tesla. 280, it's got to hold 305. If it holds 305, then I think you can get a bounce up to 335, which is that previous support right here, and that previous support is going to turn into resistance. The next one we're going to take a look at is Alibaba, and Alibaba here breaking down here like we expected. We posted a chart here on StockTwits and Twitter several days ago as it was breaking this trend line right there, and it's headed lower ever since. We did a video on it the other day, and it's headed lower ever since that as well. We're coming into the first support level here that I could see it getting a short-term bounce on. That's based off of the support that got a bounce there, right there, almost there. So that could definitely get a bounce. But if we head higher, I think it's a shorting opportunity, as I do think we're at the very, very least going to retrace down to about 164, potentially even a little bit lower than that. If you look at this, going back here to previous time that we had a pattern like this was right here. You can see that, and we headed lower from about 104 down to about $86. All right, so it was about a $20 drop here on Alibaba, and at this point, this pattern is a lot bigger than this pattern over here. So I think that we could be headed even lower. Obviously, you get this dip right here, and then boom, we just blasted off ever since then. So that could easily happen here again. So this is just a short-term trading action right here that I want you to pay attention to. And if we do get a nice dip, it's most likely going to be a very good buying opportunity. The next one we're going to take a look at is NVDA. NVDA, very similar to Alibaba, and you can see we've got this trend line that started here. There's a bounce, there's a bounce, here's a bounce, there's a bounce. Here we are reacting to it here several days in a row, and then we finally broke it today. And you can see, look at this volume here, is we are breaking this with some decent volume as well. Nothing crazy, not the hugest volume we've ever seen, but definitely much higher than the average volume. So when you get pattern breaks or trend line breaks or anything like that with heavy volume, it really means something, okay? And you can tell that this trend line is important on NVDA because of how many bounces we're getting off of it. In about 6 months, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tests of that trend line. So there's a lot of tests, and this is a key trend line. So breaking it is significant. Moving forward, we've got huge support level here at about 165. I think if it heads down to 165, that is a very good buying opportunity. You can see it's a volume point of control. This red bar coming out is that volume point of control. A lot of volume support. Trying to see if I can see anything else. No, not much. So definitely want to pay attention to those levels. 165 is that, in my opinion, buy zone on NVDA if we get there. The next one we're going to take a look at is Facebook. Facebook, again, very similar to Alibaba and NVDA. The only difference here is that this trend line is going back here to the beginning of this year. Pretty much the first of the year is where it started. 12, 30, yeah, I mean, right here at the first of the year. And then we've gotten several bounces off of it here, a direct hit here, direct hit here. See it reacting to it there. And then we broke that just yesterday, or I'm sorry, just on Friday we broke that trend line right there. So it's right here at a very big support here, between here and about 165. If it breaks, or I'm sorry, 168 is that support. If it breaks those levels, it's probably going to head down to right here about 152. In that case, 152 is a huge buying opportunity on Facebook. It's you can see one of the biggest volume supports on this stock. You can see that right here, just above where we are, is a lot of support as well. And then the next one is down here at about 152. So if we head lower, 152 is a really, really good buying opportunity on Facebook. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video, everyone. I really hope that you learned a lot from this video. That's why we make these videos, so that you can learn and get better as a trader. If you want to learn more and get even better as a trader, then sign up for the premium membership. And when you sign up and join the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily and weekly basis. It's a great opportunity for you, and if you want to start making winning trades in the market, then sign up and join today.